Hi esports and welcome back to the VALORANT NSC Spring 2026 Division 1 playoffs. I am Quino and I'm joined by the lovely Sa. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, excited for the matches today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, and do you know why? Because we have two brilliant teams. We have the KCL Lions versus Bath's Last Hope.
Yes.
Now, I want to ask you, let's be cheeky. Who are you siding with right now?
I'm going to say KCL.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to play the devil's advocate a bit. I'm going to go over to the side of Bath.
Okay.
But let's be real. It could go to either of these teams because during the playoff bracket, both of them have gone undefeated with very close games. It's been like 13-9, 13-6. So nobody's completely stomped the competition, and that's what we like to see.
The fight. It's going to be some interesting games today. Best of 3.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything you're kind of expecting to see?
What am I expecting? Maybe some... I think we're going to see double initiator comp.
Oh, yeah, let's be real. It's everywhere right now.
Yeah, right now. Double initiator comps with the defense-sided maps.
Oh, don't even bring it up. Because, right, guys... I've been seeing neons in like every single game. And if I see a neon, we're going to have issues. But is there anyone else that you think you're not really wanting to see?
I personally hate playing against Yorus.
Oh.
Hate Yorus so much.
I hate to break it to you, but both of these teams love to play that Yoru.
Oh, God.
I know, so we have Italia and Kim both being absolutely dominant on that Yoru, but I won't lie, I do think Kim might be a little bit better at it. You know, getting 9 first bloods in that game.
9 first bloods?
Literally, against Portsmouth. And it's like, damn, if you could perform that well in this kind of playoff bracket, it's kind of like, okay, I want to see you do this again.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that Yoru gameplay then.
Oh, yeah, because they kind of used him like a recon fighter, and they've been playing around this Mosquito comp on the side of Bath.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what you need to do. You need to know how to play into your opponents, and judging by what they were doing, they're quite versatile. And I think that's what we like to see.
Maybe a Yoru and Waylay comp. I love watching Waylay.
Oh, Waylay's everywhere. Yoru, Waylay, they work so well.
Yeah.
The synergy is so good. What makes them work so well?
I think it's the Waylay can jump in and then Yoru can TP in and they can fight together at the same time, like push in and make so much space for the team to just get onto site. It's good against the defense side stuff, so... Yeah.
This is why I don't like the Neon, because Neon feels like they do both of those things, whilst also usually having some sort of Bucky or a judge. Absolutely nasty with it. But I do want to talk a little bit about KCL whilst we're here. So they obviously have that Yoru. Yoru's, let's be real, we're going to see it. See it multiple times, and it works well because that's
it does.
But they seem quite steady within their roles. They don't seem as versatile as Bath. But I want to ask you, do you reckon that makes them better or worse? Because it's like, yes, you're not as versatile, but you've got this like core.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that core will bring them forward?
Maybe it just means they're more confident in their roles. They know they can succeed with those agents. I don't know. It can be negative. It can be positive depending on the map and the enemies. So it really depends on how they fight against them.
I'm kind of excited to see, because this is going to be the matchup. This is kind of the last week of this kind of playoff. We're getting there. It's getting good, getting to the nitty-gritty. And I feel like the versatility from the side of Bath is going to outweigh the positives of having a steady comp. I feel like they're going to be able to really capitalize on everything that KCL's doing whilst slaying as Bath, because we know how well they do. But KCL are a dominant name.
Yeah.
They're a name that has been in NSC for a while. They know what they're doing. They're very strong. Bath, it's in the name. If you're the last hope, I want to know what you're bringing out. You can't have a steady comp if you're known as the last hope. So that's why they're so versatile. That's why they're going to bring this forward. And Do you reckon hope is is enough to bring them to the win?
It could be. It could. That's what we're here for today. I think we're gonna see. I'm thinking it's gonna go into the third match.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
calling it now. Thinking third match game.
I think it's going to be a 2-0. I think Bath's versatility is really going to outshine KCL here. But hey, I'm just on the desk, guys.
Yep.
I don't really know what I'm on about. I'm stuck in gold, and these guys are probably stuck in Immortal and calling it a problem.
Oh,
Like, that's just typically how it is. But I do believe we are ready to get into this game.
yep. I'm so ready. Okay. So on to our lovely casters. We have Cavo and Eyesight.
Much. I'm Kevin. I'm joined by Eyesight, of course, and we've got an exciting game coming up, haven't we? What do you
Yes.
think of these teams?
Well, I've not seen much gameplay from both of them, but I think that if you're calling yourself the last hope, they must be pretty confident in themselves and they've got a lot to fight for. I want to see Bath do well because they're really local to me from my hometown. So, yeah.
That's good. I'm not too familiar with either of these teams, but I'm really interested to see what they can pull out. Obviously, the match is coming up very soon. We've got a veto in just a second. It's going to be exciting. Any maps you think hot in the current pool?
Yeah, I really want to see Corrode played. Corrode is honestly one of the best maps to watch competitively, and it's leaving the map pool soon. So,
Well, let's have a look. We do get to see Herod as the decider, but first it's going to be Haven, Barthel's Hope, and then Bind secondly. I'm a big fan of Binds myself, so good to see that confirmed in the BO3. Of course, only a BO3 for this match in the playoffs so far.
yeah, no, Haven's a really good map. Three different bomb sites, quite a good amount of comp versatility. So I'd like to see what type of compositions they bring out today. I'm hoping to see. I like to see Yoru, and I like to see Waylay. Waylay's really powerful, so I think that any team that can use Waylay should use the Waylay. But on Haven, you normally see a lot of Neon. So I'm thinking of like a Neon Yoru, maybe an Omen, and then I don't know. Some teams run Cypher still, but you know, Cypher's not got much of a place in the meta at the moment.
It's very good to hear. Obviously, a lot of options though, no matter what. There are space for personal picks to come through, personal skill, depending on which team, especially this level. These players can bring out whatever they might want to for these maps. We'll have to see when we get into this map of Haven coming up very soon.
But yeah, so Bath's Last Hope, I'm hoping to see quite a strong map from them on Haven because you know if it's your first map pick, then I assume they've got something worked up on it. A lot of defaults on Haven, a lot of information gathering, and then you know when in doubt, you just push up B. B's like one of the easiest sites. You don't know what you're doing, you just push up B, do whatever you can. But it's interesting that Breeze got banned because it's new. So like, do you think they've not practiced anything on it? Do you think they don't know what to do on it? Because it was out of the map pool for quite a substantial amount of time, and then they brought it back with all the changes, completely rehauled the map, and now it's quite a controversial one. A lot of tier 1 players seem to like it, but I don't know, my ranked team is not too good.
Of course, it's very different though. We'll have to see in upcoming games maybe. Hopefully soon, later on in the tournament, we'll see some Breeze played. We'll get our short opinions on it. But for now, not quite through. Also, Bind as well. How do you think Bind compares to a map like Haven?
Bind only having 2 bomb sites, but it's got that gimmick of having the teleporters, and the teleporters, if used correctly, can do a lot, especially with the current like meta being Yoru, because Yoru can go through the teleporter, he can like teleport back to like wherever he was on the map before, take some more aggressive fights, and yeah, Bind's interesting, but it's got some problems. B site really difficult to retake, and it depends what compositions they play because at higher tiers you see different compositions. Like people use a Viper, and the Viper's really good at controlling the space on that map, whereas in like lower elo, I don't know. Hopefully they use good compositions because I like to see a good game, and I don't want to see a stomp. I want to see it to be pretty close. I want it to be pretty exciting today.
So do you think we'll find very different compositions between these two different maps then?
Potentially, I mean, given what was said, 9 first bloods in one map is pretty good. I don't think it will quite be a stomp because both these teams have made it undefeated so far. So maybe like a 13-9 potentially, but I don't think we're going to see anything like a 13-3, 13-2.
Well, let's have a look now at our player character lock-ins. The agents are being selected. First of all, a Jet is the first lock-in. Is that expected?
Yeah, Jet's been good on this map for quite a while. Not so much at like the highest tier of play, but she's really easy and she's really reliable to play. That's the Yoru being hovered right now on both sides. Yoru is really strong, and you see the Waylay from Jero over there. Waylay is up there. I do think Neon is a bit better on this map specifically, but Waylay is still really strong if used correctly. And if they pair the Waylay and the Yoru together, it's so oppressive. It's so difficult to defend against those compositions. And then we've got Ken over here playing hovering the Killjoy, and Kaplan locking the Killjoy. Killjoy's probably the most consistent Sentinel on this map, really good at locking down the sites. She can place the turret in Garage, get information on C-Long, and then on the Garage walk-in, and then use her alarm bot on B main. So she can pretty much stack, like, she can play with C on her own with one player towards B, and then you can stack 3 towards A, which is one of the hardest maps to control, hardest sites, sorry, to control when everyone's like entering and rushing in. Both teams have the Omen standard on this map. Sometimes people run Viper as well, but sometimes it's a bit overkill. Omen's really good, really solid. His paranoia can change rounds completely. It's a really strong piece of utility, especially for the retake.
And here we are locked in. Very similar compositions. Only difference is that one duelist. We've got Jet on one side and a Waylay for the contrary.
I'm thinking if we're playing a Jet, we're potentially going to get an op online. Because Jet's more, well, people are more consistent opping on Jet because the dash, they feel more confident, and you can smoke yourself off as well. Jet's utility is really good at getting out, whereas like Waylay's really good at getting out of like tight corners as well. But Jet, all of her utility can be used to get out, whereas the Waylay is slightly more oppressive and more for the attacking than it is for the defending.
Of course, we have seen some operator plays already so far in the bracket, so we are a bit into it, but now this game is the one on our minds. KCL Lions, Bath Last Hope, they're going to kick things off with an interesting pistol round, and it's all ready to play. Bath Last Hope is on the attack side to start off with.
It does look like KCL are going to opt to walk down mid at the beginning of the round. This is something that you see quite a lot in higher elo as well. They take the mid space, and then from that they can quite easily judge and work out where they're going to end up going. But it looks like so far down here, yeah, they're going to walk down, take the fight, and Bath's Last Hope, their Killjoy player Ken, could just walk straight into them.
And let's see, the round is being kicked off. Only spot of a util, but nothing really too much yet. Shots fired, slowing it down. First shot killed. Kim EU catches the opener of the game. That's the start of the Bath's Last Hope that they desire.
It does seem like Bath's Last Hope here, they're going to opt just to walk in to C here. There's no one on the site. They do a close smoke so that they can flood out, potentially with a Yoru flash. Yoru doesn't have a flash, so they are just going to walk in and see what they can get done here.
Moving on to the site with haste now, bunting down the spike, but the team of KCL Lions is there waiting, ready to take the retake. They're putting positions so they're rotating in, but no, Kim EU gets the second as well. Italia is shut down over towards that A side, and they're going to be ready as well for Crystal, who is rotating in. Not much chance now, but Crystal gets the account opener into Kim EU, and another Wakashi with double, triple onto the site. Only one left to find, turning down Ken, putting it down, but no, Wukashi's there to close the round with 4 brilliant kills. What a way to start the game.
Yeah, that was really good. You saw Ken there using the Bandit. People have been using the Bandit a lot, especially on defense, because it one-taps. It's basically the same as a Sheriff on pistol round, because it will one-tap everyone as long as it's not through a wall. One direct hit to the head, and that player will just fall. They'll just perish straight away.
Obviously, that one was so careful, calm, collected from KCL Lions. They knew it was a player disadvantage for them, but they were ready anyway, waiting for the entry. They went down for 3 versus 5 to make that round win. All the skill out there, which happened.
We're going to see Sonosly here hold the Marshal towards mid. The Marshal should be able to one-tap every single player on Bath's Last Hope this round, given that they shouldn't be buying too much, considering it's an anti-eco. But we'll see. They are just doing a 2-2-1 default, just trying to gather information, see if KCL hopefully overheats. That would be the best case scenario for them. And it does look like over there that Italia is walking down A, holding the space, but that is going to push their players towards C, because they've got all of the space on A.
Taking it very slow now. They're being careful, thinking about it, maybe putting some thought into how they want to play this round out before making any major decisions. But no, the first kill comes through. Kashi again on the kill board, taking down the other Omen. Sinner, he falls.
Ken clearing angles here, really calm, really collected, seeing if he can find anything. The Yoru on KCL, Italia, is still pushed up, is still holding this space. So as you can see, KCL is very easily and very comfortably stacked towards that C. Bomb's going down now.
Kaplan is making an entry to the site to KCL. Heavy presence, and they've got an advantage now. Second one's found. Bags turned from the pistol. Kaplan getting away with so much with this pistol. Adds too much value for just a pistol on the site. Of course, they'll make a buy for KCL Lions, but it's that skill sneaking around. Unexpected Kaplan on the site. Look out for that in the next round.
And like I said, it's that Bandit coming in again. That Bandit's so strong to take into an anti-eco round when your whole team's buying, and if you're on site alone, the likelihood is you will just get rushed and like utility spammed, and there's not much you can do. So opting to save and just use the Bandit when it's a really cheap gun, only 600 credits, using that over buying a full rifle and potentially losing that to the opposition is really strong, because it will just tap them as soon as they walk in because they won't have any armor.
Right, now the first time to buy in for Bath's Last Hope. This is their first full attention after the pistol to get into the scoreboard. Try and take this lead away from KCL Lions. Don't want to give them momentum yet. Might see some more aggressive moves, or maybe not. We'll have to see.
So we see Bath's Last Hope, they are stacking towards Garage and C here. They think they might potentially have a read coming from KCL. They've got 3 stacked towards C, which is... That's going to be really difficult for Bath's Last Hope to entry against, because they're probably not expecting 3 different people. Sonosly over there getting the shot from afar.
Opening shot is wild, and that's a great piece of skill. Getting the entry again, KCL Lions, since the pistol, they've had these advantages earlier on in the rounds. They've been ready for these push-ups from Bath's Last Hope, but now it's going towards the A side. There's 2 there waiting. They've got Crystal to get the opening kills, gets away with some damage. Ready for the util spray. Flashed out. It's going to be caught by Kimmy Yu. After catching 1, Ken falls down. Talia, another one. And Talia's down. It's equal fight. Rule on the side.
Actually on an island. Gets both of them. This guy's unstoppable today.
Wakashi is on fire already on the site. Don't give him the weapon, because he's going to kill you with it with such ease as well. And we've seen that so far each round in this game.
Teddy bear over there.
Very cute, of course.
So we are going to see from Bath's Last Hope, they are going to do a half buy here. Stingers, I personally think here, they're just going to run it down B with those Stingers. But yeah, look at this site hold. They just all walked into them, and Mukashi on an island just managed to do it himself.
Yes, and even when he had that Sova trapped in the corner as well, it was a bit of a difficult position, but still catching with the util. Now we're seeing a big heavy stack of Bath's Last Hope. Moving quickly towards A.
They've got the bomb towards B though. You've got Sinner over here looking towards mid with they've all got Stingers. So they're not quite sure what fight he's looking for there. If one swings out of Garage, it's not going to be the most advantaged fight for him. They are just playing really slow though, waiting for KCL to do something impulsive and like look for a pick. They've all just got Stingers. Like they need to just push something. They're not going to win any fights from afar.
So Nasty sneaking away into the corner, a bit spotted, no, seen the head, but catches the call into Jero. That's a good position, double, Wakashi there to help as well, closing down. The Stingers have nothing they could do, and a big spray from So Nasty. Catch them in the window, waiting, 4 kills in the round. Some big moves.
You saw him walk down mid there, take the space underneath window, and with the Stingers, they just couldn't take anything. They kept taking fights from grass, which is that's a really difficult angle. Even though you saw Jero slow him, but he just firmed the slow and just sprayed them all down and got 4 there.
Very big. We've seen Wakashi yet to die yet, 9-0. That is the kind of presence on the server you want in this kind of game. I'm sure they are feeling themselves very heavy right now, and that is good. We're seeing it on the server. We might continue to see it as well.
Natalia's always doing this early Yori flash towards A main.
And it's worked out this round as well. Kimmy Yu fought down already. Spotted others as well, but gets out before any other kills. The drone's going to say a bit of a hello there, but no, nothing too much found, just information. A lot of attention to the A site yet again.
That drone in from I'm Not Cute they did not get any information. They know one's on site, that's obvious. There's always going to be a player on the bomb site when you're attacking, but it only saw 1. They've got 4 stacked towards the site though.
Are they going to be ready for this attack? Now it's going to come down. Double pound. I'm Not Cute. Catches 2. It's going down. The Crystal is there. Jero returns the favor. It's falling down to
Kaplan.
1. Kaplan for KCL Lions. 2. Bath's Last Hope.
Ken's
They
pushed up,
catch
he's
him.
completely unaware.
Caught lacking, of course, this player right here we know is Ken. Catches that kill. Cleans it up. That's a first for Bath's Last Hope, but they're getting into the game now. That's what we want to see from them.
Now, Bath's Last Hope have got the Waylay ultimate online. The Waylay ultimate is really strong if they can find the info, but they've also got the Yoru ult. So Yoru ult paired with Waylay ult, he could just ult, run them down, find people, Waylay holds out his ult, tags people, and they just dive bomb. People will be slow, just really difficult to fight when you're slowed like that.
Of course. They're giving options as well in this attack. They've got the hand to play.
And they have got the operator up online here for the Jet player, holding C long on an off angle up on top of the box. Will this get cleared? The dart's going to come in.
Spotted, catches the first kill on I'm Not Cute Tenacity. Again, opening the round with skill. And a second one. Sinner
2 hit by the
falls
Waylay
down.
ult.
They move on to the site to try and convert this. Kimyu catches the first and the second for Jero. They're turning this down. The operator falls with the hands of So Nastily. Crystal trying to get some tags, caught this one, and that's Jero falling down on the site. The spike is down, but there's 3 players rotating in.
We have got a 3v2 retake here, but Ken is in quite a good position. He could timing them out here backside, not backside, sorry, CT.
Kimyu is found lacking. Gonna move out life, but Ken, only 1 round from that. Italia returns quickly. And then Italia closes the round. Kimyu cannot find enough on the site. Is perfect from Italia. Again, these retakes we've seen, very pristine, very perfect. They know what they're doing and they find it.
Yeah, it seems like they do have quite a good plan when it comes to retaking the bomb sites here. They have, other than last round, their retakes have been pretty flawless so far. They've only dropped maybe 1, maybe 2 bodies when they go to retake the site, but it does seem like they've got good fundamentals to retake them. Here you do see the Waylay ult. They paired the Euro ult with the Waylay ult, and then it slowed 2 players back site. They just somehow lived a little bit longer than they should have.
Of course, this preparation that's showing on the server. 10-1 with Kashi does manage to fall so far in the series, but still insane value you have in these rounds from a player like that, especially on the Omen.
We're going to see Sonazli down, walk down short here. He is going to be holding out the op again, looking to see if he can catch one on the early.
And he's reading this push again. He's got players waiting to peek into this again and misses the shot, but that's information again and going to be ready to shoot again. That's a bit of a danger warning.
Bait as well for Italia. Italia, you see, he's always in this position. He's been in this position maybe 4 out of the 7 rounds so far. Pushed up really deep A, so they don't need to worry about it as much as they would if they were just playing back on the site.
Talia is waiting now. It's going to fall into the hands. Of course, not ready for him. 2 found. The distraction down the angle from Crystal makes it difficult. But Util out, but gets away with it. The flash sets up another attack. Repeating again, getting away with so much on this.
So much value from the Yori there. He's just able to teleport back as soon. Like, he gets 2, and then he can teleport back, and there's just no chance of him getting traded out.
And now you can see closing them in on this push. They're trapped. They're forced into pushing this A site, which that's exactly what KCL wants. Spotted the peak again and ready for it. Jero falls to the hands of Sonasti and double. That's comfort on the operator we've seen. Nothing much he could do. Just 1 player, Ken, left to close it all down.
He's only on 3 HP as well. It's looking really unlikely. He's got people behind him in short.
Just 1.
Yeah, it's managed to get 1, but...
Bit of consolation, a bit of ultimate charge online. But again, the round is lost 6-1.
Really strong round from KCL. They're looking really strong today.
They are feeling comfortable on the server, and we can see so far. Obviously, this is the first map of the best of 3 series, but this is starting to paint the tale of this game.
Yeah, you see the Yoru there, he just pushes up on that angle. They've got to start clearing that angle. He's done that 2-3 different times and caught them off guard there.
Well, that is just sitting in the right position that you need. Seeing a different presence though this round.
We're going to see Bath's Last Hope. They're going to be doing a 1-1-3 from the looks of it. They're gathering a little bit of information. Looks like they're counteracting it this round. They're taking the space on the A long so that we can't see Italia take the space and just oppress them again. You've got Jero all the way up long here. He's got a smoke close to him. He's just going to hold the space for as long as he can. And you see KCL, they've only got 1 player on site on A. So if Bath's Last Hope are able to keep the read on this, this should be a really easy site hit for them.
But Ken is going to make some noise. Talia's there waiting once again. Here's the noise. Knows there's a player waiting, but not going to go through onto the site just yet. Waiting for the team, making noise, maybe distracting. Maybe a clash going to find here. The Killjoy is going to find each other. No kill found. They get away with their life. Both of them sitting with more information they had before.
Bath's Last Hope into the site. You see the Waylay slow there just to stop anyone immediately flooding. They're going to be in a 5v5 post plan here. This is quite rare. They're going to be set up fully. There's a couple of ultimates online. They've got the Killjoy ultimate online. We'll probably be using that from short. The Aura ult will be used most likely on the retake, clear out any angles, but I do think they're just going to end up waiting out. They haven't got the Sova ult to immediately break the Killjoy ult.
And they're engaging into the site, getting a lot of information, reading the positions. Maybe utility going to come through before the fight. Takes him out of the ultimate, but no. Sue fall down. Barcel's are ready for them. Crystal, Italia both got out. Crystal on the high ground in heaven. Has no opportunities to play from that position. And Bath's Last Hope. Just the time ticking down. Are we going to see a save now from KCL Lions? We're going to see them running away. That's the second round confirmed. But Bath's Last Hope, no chance. They're getting back into this.
Yeah, you saw that was really strong. The Bath's Last Hope just held down the site, and KCL just lost 2 before they could even get a single pick. Almost gets him in the end of the round there.
Only 2 players died that entire round. The bomb went down with no kills happening. Of course, some clashes, some gun duels around, but nothing too major. KTL Lions are playing carefully as well. They know when to pick their fights and when not to. And that's what's good for them. Because they're going to come through this round with a lot of confidence now. A lot of money left over. A good buy. No ultimates, of course, but they can still play for this.
Bath's Last Hope over here, they've got the Sova ult and the Omen ult. The Omen ult can be really strong situationally, but that Sova ult can be completely round changing. I wonder if they're going to use it post plant or if they're going to use it on the push into site.
I have to see what they can make out of this half now. But no, the AWP shot is caught down. Ken, electric shooting, catches the head. That is what you want to see.
It was only the Killjoy though from Bath's Last Hope over there, so I don't think that's going to worry KCL too much because normally Killjoy is going to be on the lurk on her own. So they are going to hold their positions. They've got that turret watching down C-Long. They've got the alarm bot outside garage doors, so they're ready. Yoru Clone is going to bait that out, but hopefully Kaplan can hold it down here and potentially save the round for them.
He's going to read something, catches the first shot, shooting through the double doors, catches the first one. Kimi, you fools. Kaplan in this position is a sentinel and catches 2. Perfect positioning. And the aim backed up, even though they read the position, it's just pristine.
Turret's going to spot one long, just smoke it off, hold down as much of the map as they can over here. The only kill for Bath's Last Hope so far this round is when Ken managed to catch Sonazli off guard in that A short when he was holding the op.
But careful, we're not stopping the clock yet. The time is still ticking for Bath. They've got to make moves. It looks like a B is going to be the attention. No immediate players, but maybe some peaks ready. You can see Crystal waiting for this push in. Are they going to get through unharmed? Bozito gets through unnoticed. Good timing there. But so the first fight is going to be coming through. Ken catches the kill. Flash through, but still catches Italia. The flash did not matter. And Bath are catching the kills on the side. Sova gets the kills. Set up for Kaplan to catch more in the round. That's 3, but no, it's down to Ken. Only 1 more now. It's on to a single player. Wikashi got to put it all together. It's possible we've seen some good kills, but playing against the double, against the utility, damage down, less than half health available. Can we do and catches it? Ken lighting up. That's what we want to see.
Just about catches him over there. It's a really difficult place to teleport into. He has to go for it at the end of the day. They're up 6-3. He can happily go for it 1v2. He's been shooting, he's been feeling himself, so I don't blame him for going there. 11-2. That's crazy.
That is very good as well. So nasty as well. 10 kills on the server. Very high effort. Very high value.
It looks like we're going to see Sonazli walk down mid here, potentially holding grass, whilst I would assume Italia is going to be holding his window for him. But then Bath's Last Hope, they're stacked fully towards A. It looks like they are just going to ramp towards A with the spike there, sorry.
Kaplan, early kill found. Onto Ken, shuts him down after that last round.
Does look like KCL are ready for this hit. They're going to be ready to flood in fairly quickly. KCL have got the Killjoy ultimate for retake, but Bath's Last Hope over there, they have the Sova ultimate on I'm Not Cute. He could just instantly destroy that Killjoy ult the second it comes in, and I think they're aware of that.
Smokes get to the site, but the operator's online and waiting. Sinaf caught into the scope. One caught back for Crystal, but still this heavy presence of the sniper rifle on the heaven. What can he do? How can he get onto the site? Jero is ready for it. So nasty falls. Wakashi and Italia are trying to play this together.
It's all down to Kim.
One down.
He's in a difficult position here. He needs to get one early.
Time to play with though, but it's still waiting. Italia shuts them down. Kim falls, and that is the round 7 for Lions.
You see it flawlessly there from Italia. Just the pre-fire, just knows exactly where Kim stood. It's impossible to defend against those situations because no one can react that fast.
We're going to need to see some more from Bath. They want to have some good stories about this half of the game. Only 3 so far. 2 will be fine, and 5 rounds is respectable from the first half of the map. But we need to see more. You cannot let Lions from KCL get back online, because then the round is falling away from you and the game is out of your hands. So what can they do now?
KCL doing really good so far and has have to get 7 on a 3-sighted map as well. That's pretty strong sight holds.
It's this confidence as well they bring to the server that shows in the scoreline too.
Sonazli walking down mid again, just holding that deep angle on grass. So much map control you're seeing from KCL here. They're just holding so much of the site. Italia pushing up A almost every single round. Then you've got Sonazli pushing up anywhere else on the map. they're pinching Bath's Hope and forcing them to go exactly where they want them. They're just playing right into their stack nearly every single round.
We're seeing Italia yet again in this lurk position, unspotted. The Jewel Crystal, and Italia catches the kill once more. You got to be ready for that player in the corner, always catching something, always ready. But no, C is this target now.
And Bath's Hope doing this, clearly a set play again, the Aura ult, but they didn't waylay ult off of it this time because there was just nobody on site. So it looks like KCL was potentially aware of this. They didn't want to play on site because they saw that they had both the ultimates ready to pair together. So it is just going to be a 4v4 in the retake here. No substantial ults from KCL to help them retake this. Waylay ult potentially for when they start flooding in. But Waylay is just deciding to walk down C long here. Potentially not going to ult the second they walk in, maybe saving it for
It's
next
ready,
time.
waiting, double ban for Kaplan, they weren't ready. It's an ultimate's coming through, but Kato lines up the advantage now. Sinner's there waiting, double, one through the wall, Sinner is ready, and Jero, another one, Sinner.
4 for Sinner. The Omens are heating up this game completely, like dominating rounds. 2 deciding rounds just from the Omen players alone on both sides of these teams.
And that's a 2 versus 4 converted into the win. That is outstanding from Bath. They know they can do a lot with that, and it's played off. So I'll look at this again. Kaplan catches the double, but then Sinner in this position, shoot through the wall, and then Jero teaming up together. It's perfectly played
So
out.
snappy, just perfect, flawless aim there, honestly.
Great value from every player on both teams so far as well. Nobody lacking in this series.
We are going to see out of the Euros. Kim takes it this time. Italia wasn't able to push up and get that space. It's just been oppressing them so much.
Finally shutting down the Euro, the sneaky Euro. That's personal. That's what you want to see on the last round of this half. The advantage for Bath. They need to get this one to be comfortable with 5, but not yet. Still to play for, still to defend for KCR Lions. Heavy presence on A. The early kill might paint a different picture to what is actually happening. Bath got options still. And there's a slow round as well.
Yeah, they have got Ken walking really deep into window here, but they're not aware that Kaplan is just sitting in the garage smoke waiting. So they think that they've got someone pushed up long, but they have to have the read. Surely they know that Kaplan is somewhere towards the C-bomb site. He wouldn't have left. There was no reason to leave. But Bath's last hope that Kim walking down A, but it is the Yoru. The Yoru could potentially get a pick, shoot a shot, teleport right back to C, and then they could just 5-stack the C site.
It's Lux versus Lux. We're going to have to see here. Both Killjoys playing in difficult positions.
You see Kaplan here, he's looking, because he has the read that someone's walked behind, because they didn't have all of garage control the entire time, and the alarm bot has been down for quite a while now.
Caught out now, caught lacking. Ken activates, finds the enemy Killjoy. That's the duel we wanted to see, and that's opened up the round for Bath. 3 versus 5, only one more chance. Coming from similar angles, we're going to disperse on this defense. The retake available.
Last round of the half as well, you're going to see KCL just go for it. They haven't got any ultimates that could potentially change the game for them, but you do see on Bath's last hope. There we go, Kimmy Yu goes down. We do see Jero really weak. I'm not cute anymore on an island, getting 2 on his own. Oh, couldn't get the 3rd, and then Sinner just closes out the round.
Yes, that was all there in the end. The player advantage, not much to do. The round was in their hands, so that's 5 on the half for Bath last hope. That's good in the end.
Fairly close half. They pulled it back from, what was it, 4-5-0? 4-1-5, for something like that. Pulled it back, getting 5, managing to get 5 almost in a row. That's really impressive.
First half of this game seems so certain to be KCL in their hands, but Bath are still active on the server. They're still saying, we are a contender for this map. We can still win it. And we might see a different story in the second half. We'll have to see how they want to play out.
If we see Jero heat up as well, Bath's last hope. Jero over here. He's on the defense half now, so maybe he just take a fight, teleport back. But it seemed like he was struggling just a little bit on the attack side there. Just things weren't quite working out his way.
A different story might happen now. We'll have to see how the round goes through. Bit of a more aggressive early push from Bath, expecting some push-ups down mid, but nothing found yet. Pushing back a bit now. And KCL already playing slowly, maybe talking through this round in their comms before going for anything too major. A lot to play with. A lot to play for.
Italia really likes being in A main here. He's already pushed up into the cubby on attack side as well. TP's out, couldn't quite land a shot.
The first shot's fired by Jerry. Around that mid window.
He's on an island on his own. He hasn't got anything to get out of there, and they found him and just perfect utility to clear him out there.
And now Bath are expecting a big push to B, but that's not the case. We're catching I'm Not Cute, ready for the tag in the lurk. Italia's position, but no, Sinasli shuts it down. No kills found in that. And the second one for Sinasli. A site is all theirs in their hands. Nobody's there to play for it. Kaplan is waiting for the late pushes. And it's going to be found. Only Ken catches the one consolation. But the spike is down. There's 4 on the site against you, Ken. What can you do? Anything?
Crystal and Natalia are both one-shots of this Sheriff here, so there is potential. It's highly unlikely. It's a really difficult situation with the 1v4, but it's not 100% not going to happen. And he goes down.
Just the one. KCL. Another pistol confirmed. That's what we want to see. Confidence, comfortability as well going into this half. 8 is now looking a bit more on that close side. Not over yet for Bath, but they still got to make some big moves. At least an eco now, but soon. Got to see some activity in these rounds. Got to see some more numbers on the board.
Considering Bath don't have any weapons here, they've got the one hero Sheriff, but I do expect to see them play Killjoy towards C and B, and then, yeah, all 4 of them towards A here. Gamble stack, that's what you do when you're down rounds, and especially when you have like completely no money. You just have to hope and pray that they go to the same site as you're on. Killjoy has completely left the site, so it does look like KCL is just going to get a completely free site here. That's dangerous, setting them up for a post plan when they've got weapons and Bath don't have any weapons to retake. That's going to be really difficult for them.
Lost the gamble betting when you're down, and that's going to be a lost bomb site for Bath. They got to play with just pistols and a hero Sheriff to get through onto the C. Utility there. Catching some information. It's Ken you've got to look to make some big moves in this round. Spotted out, shots fired, no kills. Crystal is there defending. Watching the corner, peeks perfectly with the Spectre. Ken falls down. And the clock is ticking on the spike.
It does seem like Bath's last hope. They just want to die to spike here. They don't want to give out any ultimate orbs so they can potentially win the next round and then hopefully snowball that and make a closer game, and they want to win as many as they can after that. But yeah, they are just waiting in spawn. They just want to die to the spike here, to not give any ultimate orbs away to any of the players on KCL.
9 confirmed for KCL. Spike goes through, and of course they die to the spike as expected. Only 2 though, they had 4 waiting. The early fights took some of those away. More ultimate points for KCL, more an advantage, snowballing in their favour. Might see a playoff, but the first full gun round for Bath this time might be their chance to get active. Otherwise, you're running out of time.
And where KCL, this is their bonus round, but they do have 2 rifles, a Bulldog, almost the same as a rifle, and then 2 Spectres. So that's not a terrible buy. I don't dislike their odds of winning this, especially considering they're on attack. All it takes is for them to overwhelm the players on site, take their rifles, and it's a completely different game.
Scrappy, of course, but the first kills are KCL, 2 found, with Kashi Sunasli lighting up again. The same numbers you see on the scoreboard at the top, finding those kills. And they're just aggressive on the site. 3rd one found, Ken falls with nothing to play for, and is absolutely dominant. Sinner, consolation, getting back into this maybe. Sunasli shut down after all, but Crystal finds that with a drone. What can he do other than save in this round?
Yeah, Sinner and I'm Not Cute, honestly, they're just gonna... They have to save their rifles here, take them into the next round if they want any chance of winning. Potentially give it to Kim or Jero, probably most likely Kim. Kim can teleport across the map and take space. Would like to see that rifle given, hopefully, but they're going to save here. There's no point going for this. 2v4 and KCL, they don't want to give up any more weapons than they already have, but KCL will probably just all have rifles now.
And that is it, running away from the spike. Another one detonating. No defuse. And we're seeing now what was once a kind of close scoreline into the half is now 10-5 for KCL. They are looking towards that map 1 win on Haven, and they're just 3 rounds away from doing so.
Yeah, this push towards C long was just so smart for them to do, but just got overwhelmed. They couldn't win any of the gunfights, even though they were just fully... They were stranded right there, but they just hit every shot.
And it's Sunasli and Wakashi, 15 and 16 respectively, we're seeing on this. That is pure class, you want to see.
Nothing too major here from Bath's last hope. They are just stacking together, looking to take fights together to give themselves a higher chance of winning them. KCL heavily towards mid, which is interesting to see considering they have a massive gun advantage here. But if they know what they're doing, then they're just going to keep pushing. They got the alarm bot towards C-Long to stop anyone pushing up, and then they have got Wakashi just holding that potentially in case it breaks, swing, trade.
Seems like the round was in their hands, but no, I'm Not Cute is there to shut down So Nasty. That's a big find as well with how much value So Nasty's been having. I'm Not Cute waking up again. It's good stuff to see. And now this round looking more like a Baths. Jules coming through, but no. 2-for-1 trade over the map, across the map.
And we're looking at another retake. 3v3 retake. There is potential. Baths, let's hope they might have picked up a rifle or two, but it is looking quite difficult for them to retake. Kimmy Yu not quite landing the shots here. He is going to go back.
Almost caught by the turret there, running away, but there's two there to try and stop him. And the site is kind of empty. Crystal moving in, catches I'm Not Cute. And a second one, Jero. Crystal is turning this round in favor. Kim shuts it down. That rotate plays out perfectly.
It's just
a
Kim
double.
in the post plan.
Holding down that angle, but there's two there waiting for you. KCL have the advantage, ready for the peaks, but that's two there in different angles. What can he do other than fall down to the hands of KCL Lions? 11 now.
Yeah, it's looking really difficult. Bath, just nothing's working for Bath this map. They honestly, they just need to play really, like they just need to wait for them to walk into them, because it seems like KCL's getting quite like the first blood quite often, and off of that they just have a lot of confidence to take as much space on the map. I'd like to see them do a lot more of what KCL were doing on defense, where they take a big area of the map and leave one player posted and planted, and then work on the other areas of the map to try and find out where the rest of KCL are.
But even these rounds with Bath at the opening kills, it's still KCL that feels more in control of the map, more in control of the series. Moving towards Ken. Spams through the smoke. The read is perfect. It's how the shut down Ken. The top frag for Bath so far is not in this round anymore. That was a perfect read. Or was that a UTLC? Don't know, but the kill is perfect. They're not even looking towards B as well.
Does manage to get one on the open. 5v3. So Bath's Last Hope's best bet most likely is just to play for information and then stack together and just try and take whatever fights they can.
They're playing with their food, picking and prodding where they wish. That one Kaplan does fail to catch Kim EU on that side. Bit of hope for Bath. And it's coming through now. Crystal again, another kill. Jero falls down with nothing. And KCL once again have the sight to themselves. The spike down once more.
It's all down to Kim and Sinner, sorry.
Both they're spotted on the push as well. 4 players are ready for you. What can you do other than spray and pray? But nothing happens. 12, 1 round away for KCL.
Yeah, 12-5. This is looking pretty dominant. Not as close as I anticipated for it to be.
Every round of this attack has gone to KCL Lions, and every round has had this spike planted. They're really great at getting towards these positions, getting control of the sides of the map, and it's playing out very well.
And we're going to see a desperate buy here from Bath's Last Hope. We've got 2 Guardians, 1 Vandal, 2 Vandals, sorry. Nope, we're going for a Bulldog instead. We've got 2 Bulldogs. So almost a rifle, nowhere near a full buy. They have probably had to sacrifice a couple of pieces of util, but they're going to do what they can.
Just a sprinkle of opportunity now for Bath to make something out of this round. They're ready for the peak. There's a heavy attack on C. A lot of bodies ready to fight. What can we see now from KCL? Ready for the Metalia. Lights up. Sinner caught back in return. Wakashi though is there ready. Just Kim in the smoke position with a shotgun. Bit of a luck. Shot missed twice. So nasty through the smoke. That is insane. Jero, the only last hope. Finally, another kill. So nasty shut down. 2 there. It's possible. Jero in hands of the round, in the hands of Bath. On
Pinged by the reveal. It's going to be really difficult for him to do. They know exactly where he is. They're going to double up here and just take the fight together.
And he do. Catches the first, but no, Kaplan is there to close down the map. KCL Lions open the series with confidence and purity. That round goes very well.
Yeah, that's going to give them a lot of confidence going into the next map. But 13-5 on not their map pick as well. The confidence they're going to have going into their map pick is just surreal. But really strong, really good performance. Both teams had really good players. Just little things that weren't working for them. Both teams having players push up, take that space, get good first picks, hold a lot of the map. It just wasn't working out for Bath's Last Hope.
It really looked like they understood their opponents on KCL. They really knew how to play into these opponents, into these agents as well, and it really paid off in the end. And that's what we saw in the scoreline as well. The first half was close. 7-5, but it didn't play off in the end.
No, really dominant, and yeah, looking forward to map 2. Bind, hopefully Bath's last hope. They'll talk to each other, and yeah, hopefully they can work it out.
But that's it for now. First map is down. The next one up is going to be Bind, of course. We'll catch it after the break.
One enemy remaining.
Lights up.
One enemy remaining.
Think you can kill?
Blowing them. One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted. Last player standing.
Back off.
One enemy remaining. Last player. My ultimate. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Neutralized.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Good.
Taken.
Finished. Hitting brakes. One enemy.
Idiot.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Spike down. One enemy remaining. Attacker.